둘이 돌아온 반반 팟캐스트 하프앤하프의 정태용입니다. 반갑습니다.
And I'm Jeep. Welcome to Half and Half. All right. This is going to be an interesting one because I feel like I don't know a lot about this topic, but I thought it would be a really fun topic. Maybe.
오, 그래요?
Yeah,
사실
yeah.
그 저랑 찌프가 이런 팟캐스트가 아니라는 전제하에
Mm-hmm.
팟캐스트가 아니라면 우리가 사실 이 얘기를 할 일은 많이 없을 것 같긴 해요.
Yeah, possibly. Maybe this will be a short episode too. We'll see. Yeah.
예, 예.
Okay.
그래서 한번 해봅시다.
Yeah. All right. How should we introduce this? I don't know. Do you just want to say it, or what should we do?
아, 어차피 썸네일에 적혀 있어서.
Oh, that's right. People know before they've even listened to us. Yeah. I guess it's not a secret.
네.
Okay.
바로 K-pop 디몬 헌터스 캐데헌
Yeah.
캐데헌 감상회입니다.
Yeah. Okay, so I know in Korea they call it Kaedehon, like just to shorten it.
네.
You know what? I don't know anything about the English-speaking fandom of fans of K-pop Demon Hunters. I don't know if they say KDH or if they just say the whole name.
전체 네.
I've only heard people say the full name in English, K-pop Demon Hunters. They never shorten it. Yeah.
아마 그런 것 같아요. 제 추측에도.
I see. Yeah, honestly, okay, let's start with the title, I guess.
네, 네.
In English, I mean, it's a very long title, but it's a very useful title because when people read it, they understand exactly what the movie is.
그렇네요.
Yeah. If you really like K-pop, okay, there's a good start. Oh, Demon Hunters. Okay, action. There you go. It's pop and action.
맞네.
So
굉장히 직관적인 이름이죠.
Yeah, exactly. Very intuitive.
근데 한국인 입장에서는 좀 촌스러운 느낌도 들어요.
Ah,
사실.
really? Mm-hmm.
네, 그렇게 막 세련된 느낌은 아니에요.
Ah, okay, I see.
네, 좀 제목만 보면 좀 오글거리기도 하고.
Really?
네,
it's kind of cheesy.
네, 치즈인가? 약간 cringe해요.
Yeah. Cheesy and cringe are similar in English.
아, 그렇구나.
What would be the difference? They're so similar. It's hard for me to think of a difference between cheesy and cringe. Yeah.
네. 그래서 그렇게 이름이 좀 K-pop 데몬 헌터스니까.
Yeah.
이게 물론 지금은 데이트를 쳤지만 이게 일반 사람들이 처음 이게 만들어진다는 소식을 들은 게 아마 4년 전쯤으로 알고 있거든요.
Yeah.
근데 그때는 뭐 애니메이션이 어떻게 만들어지는지 잘 몰랐잖아요. 어떻게 어떤 모습인지 그냥 제목이랑 설정만 듣고 사람들이 뭐 그런 걸 만들어? 막 이렇게 이런 반응이었다고 하더라고요.
I see. Yeah, it's true. I mean, part of it is that, since I guess it's made in Canada, I don't know. It's Western. It's not made in Korea. That's what I'm trying to say.
맞아요.
So it is, and it is made by, people who, like, a lot of the people who worked on it are Korean or have like Korean background or Korean families. So they have a lot of understanding of the culture, but it's like an outside interpretation of Korean culture in some ways.
그렇죠. 그러니까
Yeah.
이게 그 한국 자본, 그러니까 한국 돈으로 한국 회사가 한 게 아니라는 게
Right.
참 재밌는 부분이에요. 그게.
I think so. Yeah, it's
네.
cool. Yeah, I mean, and this is, I think it's Sony produced this because they did like the Spider-Man movies. Spider-Man.
아니에요,
No?
아니에요.
No. Who made this?
네. 넷플릭스예요.
Well, no. So Netflix published it, but I'm trying to think of the actual animation studio who made it.
그게 소니인가?
I think so. Because it's the same company that did Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse and the other one, the Miles Morales, the Spider-Man movies.
네, 그거 맞아요.
Okay. I might be wrong about the producers. I didn't research this a lot.
아, 그게 아마 애니메이터가 그 스파이더맨 유니버스에서 그 했던 애니메이터가 이 작품도 한 걸로 알고 있어요, 저는.
Yeah. I think so.
그러면 그럼 배급만인가 퍼블리싱만 그 소니한테 얘기를 했다가 소니가 거절해서 그 소니가 안 하겠다고 해서 넷플릭스한테 했다고
Yeah, that
하더라고요.
you're right. Sony decided not to buy it. That's why I keep thinking of Sony. Yeah, you're right.
맞죠,
Okay.
맞죠.
Right. Yeah, so I mean that's an interesting story in that like it seems like they made a huge mistake
그렇죠.
because it became very successful.
네.
Okay, wait a minute. I have a question before we go any further. You've seen
네.
the movie, right? Have you watched it?
봤습니다.
Okay. Yeah, I've also watched it. I just only watched it once, and
저도요.
I watched it in Korean actually.
그래요?
Yeah.
반대네. 저는 영어로 봤는데.
Yeah, I mean originally it was English, but
네.
I watched the Korean version because I thought it would be like an interesting way to practice, Korean listening and things like that.
그쵸. 당연하죠.
Yeah.
네.
All the songs are still in English. Yeah.
노래는 영어로 돼 있는데 근데 막 가끔 한국어 가사가 섞여 있죠. 네.
Yeah, but it's weird because when I searched for the songs, I searched to see if there was Korean version of the songs. There's not, but there's official versions of the songs in many other languages. Like there's like German and French, and I don't know if they have Chinese, but like there was like so many other languages, but not Korean.
진짜요?
Yeah, really. Yeah, on their official YouTube website, there's other versions.
그래요?
Yeah, really.
좀 충격인데?
Yeah, I thought it was interesting.
그렇구나.
Yeah.
그것도
Okay.
좀 현실 고증이긴 하네요.
Okay.
한국 K-팝에 영어 가사가 엄청 많기 때문에. 네, 그것도 현실
Yeah.
고증이네.
Okay, so I have a question about.
네, 좋습니다.
I'm trying to think of how to ask this. So I was talking to another Korean friend, and we were talking about K-pop Demon Hunters, and they asked me, they were like, "Do you think these songs are actually K-pop?" And I was like, I don't know K-pop. I'm not like a big K-pop fan. But my friend was like, I don't think these songs are really K-pop. They're just like American style pop songs. And I was
맞아요.
like,
네.
I don't know. I don't know K-pop. I don't know American pop either. But what is your feeling on it? How do you feel about the songs?
저도 그게 그러니까 K-팝이 딱 뭐다라고 사실 정해진 게 없지 않아요? 근데 제 생각에는 K-팝에 가까운 것 같아요. 저는.
Okay, it's similar to K-pop.
네, 거의.
Almost.
그러니까 그 뭐 예를 들어서
Uh-huh.
단순히 말만 빨리 한다고 막 힙합이 아니잖아요.
Right. But I mean, K-pop has a lot of hip hop too. Like,
그쵸,
like
그쵸.
BTS has a lot of hip hop style songs
아.
as well. So.
네. 그러니까 제 말은 그러니까 단순히 뭐 음악적으로 뭐 랩을 하고 막 말만 빨리 한다고 해서 힙합이 아니듯이.
Okay. It's less
네.
like hip hop because it's not as fast.
네, 그렇게 맞아요. 그래서 힙합이 아닌 것처럼
Yeah.
뭐 가사에 영어가 많아도 K-팝적인 그 어떤 느낌들, 그 요소들이 좀 있다고 생각하거든요. 막 안무 같은 거.
Right. Yeah.
네, 그리고 무슨 그런 막 스타일.
I agree.
네.
Okay.
그리고 이거는 좀 이건 저만의 개인적인 생각인데.
Yeah.
제 생각엔 K-팝은 그냥 그 음악이나 그런 춤 자체만으로 완성되는 게 아닌 것 같아요.
Yeah.
그게 아니라 그 아티스트들이 막 노래를 내고 공연을 하고 그 공연을 하면 그거를 소비하는 관객들의 문화, 팬들의 문화,
Yes.
그리고 그 팬덤,
Yep.
그 팬덤과 그 그룹의 관계, 그게 좀 K-팝을 정의하는 게 아닌가 싶거든요.
I see. Okay.
네.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, okay. So first of all, we're just two random guys talking about K-pop Demon Hunters. Like
네,
we're like I don't think either of us are like big fans, and so I'm not
아닙니다.
trying to like tell people like, hey, don't like this movie, or I disagree with it or whatever. Because like I don't know anything. I'm just trying to describe my feelings about it, like my personal feelings.
저도 그렇습니다.
I thought that in the movie, how they show the fans, and the fans are, there's the grandmas, and then there's like the buff guys, and then there's the kids, and like, all these different types of fans. I thought that was really like cute. It was really cool to like show different styles of fans and like represent them in the movie.
그쵸, 그쵸.
But like for me, because I'm not a K-pop fan, it was kind of hard for me to. I'm trying to think of how to say this. I didn't recognize myself, like me, in the movie. Like I was like, I'm none of these characters. I don't feel like I'm related to the singers or the business guys or the fans or the demons, or I don't know. Like I'm completely outside of the story, just watching. If that makes sense. So
네, 사실 저도 그래요.
yeah, okay.
저도 그렇습니다. 저도.
Yeah. But the thing I liked the most about it was the humor. Like there's so many like really funny parts where like they're just making weird faces, like or they're like
네, 네.
or they're like fighting with each other or like joking with each other. I like those parts a lot. I enjoyed that.
그렇구나.
Yeah.
저는 그 부분이 되게 제 개인적으로는 흥미로웠거든요. 왜냐면 그 K-pop
Yeah.
데몬 헌터스가
Yeah.
그러니까 한국에 사는 한국인으로서 그 진짜 한국인의 생활, 뭐 한국 문화, 한국적인 요소들을 엄청 디테일하게 엄청 많이 깔아넣거든요.
Right.
제 생각엔 한국인들이 만든 한국 드라마보다 한국 생활을 더 자세하게 표현해놨어요.
Sure. Yeah.
예. 그런데
Yeah.
막 표정 그 표현들을 엄청 되게 막 진하고 막 세게 하잖아요.
Yeah.
근데 그건 한국적이지 않아요, 뭔가.
Really? You felt like that was not really Korean style, the way they made the silly faces and stuff.
네네. 그래서 저는 그때 이거 외국인들이 만든 거구나. 역시 이렇게 느꼈어요, 저는.
Sure. Yeah, and like I was saying, like it's sort of like again, it's people outside of like living in Korean culture, but still with an understanding of it. And so they have their own perspective and their own like creative vision or their creative ideas on how they want to like represent it. And so I don't know. I kind of like that it was a mix of those things, that it wasn't just purely Korean, that it had some other aspects as well. And I don't know, maybe that's a reason that like it's very successful everywhere in the world, not just in Korea or not just in Canada or whatever. So
맞죠.
yeah, it has a
그러니까
mix of
그걸
things.
아주 잘 조화롭게 한 거죠. 네.
Okay. Okay, I have another, maybe a weird question. Why did you watch this movie?
저는 솔직히 말하면요.
Yeah.
언젠가는 봐야지 생각만 하고 계속 안 보고 있다가 이번 팟캐스트 에피소드에서 얘기하기로 해서 봤습니다.
진짜? Oh, I mean, really?
네. 근데 막 한국 문화, 뭐 K-pop 이런 걸 안 좋아해서가 아니라,
Yeah.
그냥 제 개인적으로 제가 안 좋아하는 것들의 좀 집합이에요, 사실.
아하.
제가 그러니까 막 그렇게 좋아하지 않는 게,
Yeah.
그 3D 애니메이션을 좀 그렇게 안 좋아해요.
Oh, really? Okay.
네, 그 2D 애니메이션은 되게 좋아하고 재밌게 보는데, 3D 애니메이션은 뭔가 좀 어색한 느낌이 들어요, 보는 내내.
Okay.
네, 뭐 그 제 개인 취향이죠, 이거.
I understand. I'm listening.
네. 그리고 두 번째는 그 음악 영화도 안 좋아해요, 사실.
Oh my God. I do not like musicals. Like musical movies especially, but in general I don't like musicals. So yeah, I'm not the fan. I'm not the target market for this. Yeah.
네, 저도.
Yeah.
진짜 그런 음악 영화 중에 제 마지노선이 라라랜드거든요.
Yeah.
라라랜드가 한계예요, 리미트예요. 그보다 더 음악이 많이 나오는 영화들은 저는 막 좀 보기 힘들어요.
I see. I haven't even watched La La Land because I don't like musicals and I don't like musical movies. Everybody tells me to watch it and I'm just like, I can't get into it. I don't know.
그러니까요. 그러니까 저도
Yeah.
막 다른 사람들이 막 라라랜드 최고 막 이 정도로
Yeah.
얘기하는 거 정도는 아니었어요. 좋긴 했는데.
I see.
네,
It's just
아무튼
fine.
그러고, 예. 그러고 글쎄요. 그 뭐 남자 아이돌
Yeah.
남자 아이돌 팬은 아니라서 제가
Oh, really? Your eyes didn't turn into hearts? Like, what?
저는 너무
Uh,
좀 보기 힘들어하는 사람이라 그런 걸.
sure.
예, 그래서 안 보고 있다가
Yeah.
근데 주변에서 추천은 많이 받았거든요. 한번
Right.
봐라.
Right.
네, 그러다가 이번에 봤습니다.
Okay. So, I mean, similar for me. I actually, I like 2D animation more, but I do like 3D animation also. Like, I don't know. It just depends, but I like all kinds of animation. So that part I'm okay with. Yeah, boy groups, like, yeah, I have no interest in that. Even girl groups, I just don't like K-pop that much. And yeah,
저도 예.
yeah,
걸그룹도.
musicals I'm not into, but yeah, everybody around me, both Koreans and my friends at work and like everywhere, just kept asking me, like, have you seen K-pop Demon Hunters? I'm like, no. People asked me so many times that I was like, okay, I think I should watch this. But you know what shocked me the most?
네.
Because I didn't I didn't know anything about the movie until I watched it. Before I started watching it, I thought it was a TV show. I didn't even know that it was a movie.
저도 처음엔 그랬어요. 예전에는.
Really? Okay.
네, 시리즈인 줄 알았는데 영어더라고요. 네.
Yeah, because I don't know. Maybe I don't know if it's the title or maybe I saw like a few like short clips on YouTube. It made me think that it was a TV show, like a series.
네.
And also when I was younger, there was this TV show called Powerpuff Girls. Do you know that show?
알죠.
Yeah. Is that famous in
네.
Korea? I don't know.
유명해요. 다
Okay.
거의 대부분 알 거예요.
Okay. Is it the same title? Is it just called Powerpuff Girls or what?
네네, 파워퍼프걸.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so it reminded me of that where, you know, there's the three girls, they all have different personalities and there's a lot of action. And so I was like, oh, okay. So this is a series where, you know, each episode, you know, has a different enemy and,
네.
you know, they have to work together and like,
맞아요.
you know, the three different girls, like sometimes one girl is the main character in one episode and then in a different episode, a different girl's the main character and whatever.
네.
And so, so that's sort of how I imagined it. But then when I watched it, okay, it's a movie and one of the girls is the main character and the other two characters are important, but there's one character who's, you know, yeah.
맞아요. 나머지 두 캐릭터가 좀 비중이 없어요.
Yeah. So that surprised me a lot. I was not expecting that. So I don't know.
네.
What else was I going to say? I guess that was maybe the most surprising thing. Oh, the other thing was, so like I said, I don't like musicals. I did actually like the music in this movie. I thought the songs were good. I enjoyed them
노래
a lot.
좋더라고요. 네.
Yeah. And like this is okay. Let me say it this way. It's a children's movie. It's a movie for children.
네.
Adults can like it too, and that's fine.
네.
But the story is very, very, very simple. It's like so kids can understand, right?
맞아요. 네.
But I kind of liked the story too. I thought it was fine. Like,
뭐 괜찮죠.
like I understood what the characters wanted to do, and like I liked that the main Saja boy. I don't know about the others, but the main character Saja boy. I don't know his name.
진우인가?
Jinwoo? Okay, yeah, maybe. I don't know.
진우. 아니, 그럴 거예요. 진우.
Okay. The only character I can name is it Remy or Remy?
Rumi.
Rumi. See, I'm not even that.
주인공.
Okay.
여자 주인공.
Okay, yeah. So that's the only character I would know. But I liked his character. I liked how they related to each other and like how it was just interesting. Like I thought that was cool. I guess.
그래요?
Yeah.
오.
Yeah, I don't know. I like how did you feel about the story and stuff?
저는 스토리는 사실 그렇게 막 엄청 짜임새 있게 만든 스토리는 아닌 것 같았어요.
What does that 자임새? I don't know that word.
짜임새 막 이렇게 잘 짜여져 있는
okay.
막 디테일한 스토리는 아닌 것 같았어요.
You thought that it wasn't like interlocking.
그렇진 않은 것 같았어요. 아니 왜 아니 저는 영화 초반부터 아니 그 주인공 엄마는 왜 악귀랑 결혼을 해가지고 왜 애를 낳았고 걔를 왜 헌터를 시키고
Sure.
이게 왜 계속 이게 좀 들었거든요.
It opened a lot of questions for you that weren't answered.
그
okay.
진우 걔는 뭐 조선시대 때 뭘 위해서 왜 엄마랑 지 동생을 뭐 팔았고 그걸 좀 모르겠는 거예요.
I see. Maybe, I wonder, okay, there's two things. Number one, I watched it in Korean, so I only understood maybe like 85%, like, and so I was maybe more focused on like just understanding what I could than like the specific details. But yeah, those are good questions. Yeah, I don't know. The other thing is like with Sangun, I have, there's a story in Sangun also that's kind of 철레동화, right?
그쵸,
the children's
거.
fairy tale, right? Yeah.
네.
And so I think I do something similar where I take existing Korean fairy tales and maybe some Korean culture and I mix it together a little bit, but I don't answer every question. Like there's still things that like don't necessarily make perfect sense. And so I maybe I sort of saw this in a similar way where it's combining all these different elements, but it doesn't have to make exact perfect sense. So I don't know.
뭐 원래 그런 부분이 있긴 있어야죠. 맞죠?
Yeah. I feel like it's acceptable.
그쵸. 참 근데 그거 말고도 저는 그 영화 후반에 루미가 그 막 친구들 그 다른 멤버들한테 이 그 패턴 들키고
Yeah.
막 그 진우도 만났는데 막 나 그냥 내가 거짓말을 한 거야 이렇게 하고 막 망가지잖아요. 그리고 그 자기 키워준 그 이모한테 막 화내고.
Yeah.
근데 그 이후로 그 마지막에 사자 보이즈 공연에 갑자기 혼자서 루미가 딱 이렇게 딱 나타나가지고.
Right.
갑자기 혼자 막 새 노래를 막 부르고.
Right.
근데 갑자기 그렇게 막 180도 확 변한 거잖아요.
Yeah,
아니,
true.
아니, 대체 무슨 생각을 했길래? 대체 무슨 깨달음을 얻었지? 왜 갑자기 바뀐 거야? 이렇게.
I see what you mean. Yeah, again, I agree with everything you're saying, but I guess the way I feel about it is like children's stories can do that, where because of magic or because of no reason at all, like. Yeah, it can just be that's the story. Is now everything's okay.
그래서
yeah, or maybe her song was just that good. Like
뭐 그럴 수도 있죠. 아니면은 그 새로운 루미가 갖고 온 새로운 노래가 그 사실은 왜 그 뭐지? 테이크다운.
Oh yeah, I like that song.
네, 근데 테이크다운 막 가사 쓸 때
yeah.
그 루미가 혼자 계속 고민하잖아요. 이 가사 말고 좀 다른 건 없을까? 막 계속 고민하잖아요.
Right.
만약에 뭐 그때 만들어 놓았던 노래다. 라고 한다면 좀 개연성이 좋을지도.
Right. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't have to be realistic. Like,
맞아요. 그게
yeah,
맞아.
and I mean, like, for example, I didn't have this expectation, but like K-pop. In terms of being a fan of K-pop, there's all these like very positive things, but like the business of K-pop itself is very, very difficult. It's like so hard, and like the people who work in it, like they have a really hard life.
그렇죠.
But I mean, like the characters in the movie, they have problems, but not like realistic problems. Like
맞아요.
They don't show that aspect of K-pop, which is fine. Like I think they can. It's a fantasy, right? It's fantasy.
판타지 맞아요.
So I think that's okay.
하긴 그게 진짜 찌프 말대로 이거는 아이들을 위한 영화다라고 생각하면 다 해결이 되네요.
Right, exactly. Everything turns out okay. Yeah.
사실 저는 그거를 보면서 되게 좀 한 구석에 씁쓸함이 있었거든요.
What is 씁쓸함이? I don't know that word.
그 씁쓸하다, 씁쓸함, 그 좀
okay,
쓰린, 쓴
Yeah, yeah.
느낌.
Right.
왜냐면 그 영화 메시지가 막 팬들에게 잘 보여야 해, 막 이런 거 말고, 그러니까 그 계속 한 처음 중간까진 그러다가 그 결국엔 루미가 막 그 자기의 원래 모습을 보여주고,
Right.
네, 그렇게 자기 자신의 있는 그대로를 그 딱 그 인정하는 그런 메시지잖아요.
Right. Yeah. Be true to yourself and don't hide your secrets or like.
그쵸.
There's a lot of moral messages in the movie. Like not just that one, but that's one. That's one of them. Yeah.
그게 거의 메인이잖아요. 근데 그 메시지를 그러니까 누구보다 보여지는 것에 그 투자하고 누구보다 남들을 위한 그 공연하는 그 존재인 그 걸그룹 보이밴드 그 이런 아이돌 캐릭터가 얘기를 하고 있다는 게 참 그 진짜 현실이랑 너무 멀어서
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
좀
it's not like reality at all. It's true. Yeah, it's very different. Yeah, I mean, in some sense, like that, I agree with you. But in some sense, it's maybe saying like, how do you say this? It's more idealistic. It's the ideal of maybe this is what it should be or could be, even though it's not really. But
네.
yeah. I don't know.
참 그러니까 그리고 그 캐릭터들이 되게 인류 그 진짜 탑 아이돌의 그 삶을 살고 있잖아요.
Right.
비행기 타고 막 공연하러 다니고.
Right.
참 내가 그런 삶을 살면 나는 나 자신을 긍정할 수 있을 것 같아요.
Oh, really? Interesting. Yeah. Okay. What's the other thing? You know, I don't know. There's lots of things to say about the movie. Okay, let me say this though. I forgot to finish my thought.
네.
Like I said, I liked the music, and you know, I don't like musicals, but I actually thought this movie did not have enough music. That might sound crazy, but like I going into it, I expected, there's going to be like 10 songs. And like, you know, every song is like, there's going to be a song every 3 minutes. Like, but then there was only like 3 songs. It felt like, I mean, okay, sorry, there's more than 3 songs because
한 5개 정도 됐던 것 같은데.
the girls have like 3 songs. I don't know them all. There's like Golden, the fighting song, Takedown, and then the one at the end. I don't know what it's
마지막에,
called.
네.
Yeah. So there's like those 3. But then the guys, they have maybe 2 songs.
맞아요.
maybe.
예. 아마 그럴 거예요.
What is it? The
소다팝.
Soda Pop. I don't know. I don't know the other one.
소다팝이랑 뭐 Your Idol인가? I'll be your idol인가? 네,
right. Yeah, so there was only like 5, maybe 6 songs, and each song, like Golden, for example, like it's not just in the movie one time; it's in the movie maybe 3 different times with like slightly different styles.
네.
Because okay. So that surprised me. There's like less songs than I expected. I thought there would be more.
생각해보니 그렇네요.
Yeah.
거의 앨범 하나를 만들어도 될 텐데.
Right.
너무 좋은 아이템인데요. 근데 그렇네.
Yeah.
아,
But
근데
anyway.
네.
Go ahead.
저는 음악 영화를 안 좋아한다 했잖아요. 근데 이 K-pop 데몬 헌터스는 좀 보기 안 불편했어요. 보기 편했어요.
Oh yeah, same here. Yeah.
근데 제가 생각하는 제가 느낀 이유는 막 뭐 예를 들면 뭐 라라랜드나 뭐 맘마미아 이런 거는 아니면 뭐 레미제라블스
Yeah.
그런 거는 그냥 일상생활 하다가 갑자기 막 노래를 부르잖아요.
Right. Yes. Fair. Yeah. You know, actually, you make a really, really good point. Is that
네.
the characters are singers and they're performing at a concert, so it makes
그러니까요.
sense. Yeah. They're just like walking around and suddenly la la la.
그러니까 그러지 않잖아요. 심지어 그 뭐지? 프레디 머큐리 나오는 거?
Fred Mercury. Yeah.
Queen
Queen
나오는 영화 있었잖아요. 몇 년 전에
Bohemian
나온 거.
Rhapsody.
아, 네네네.
Yeah.
보헤미안 랩소디도 뭐 그 공연하면서 음악이 나오기도 하지만
Right.
뭐 갑자기 막 지 혼자 막 노래 부르는 장면이 있었던 것 같거든요.
I actually haven't seen Bohemian Rhapsody yet, but I understand what you mean. Yeah.
네네네. 근데 저는 좀 저는 그런 거를 막 못 견디거든요. 왜 저래 이렇게.
Yeah.
근데
Yeah.
K-pop 아이돌, K-pop 데모노터스는 그런 게 전혀 없고.
Right.
네, 진짜 딱 그래서 너무 자연스러웠어요.
I think so too. I think it works naturally. Like they're singers, and even like they're in the airplane fighting and they're singing, but they're singers, and it's not just that they're singers. Their superpower, their special power is that they sing, and so it works. It makes sense. So yeah, I like that. Works with the premise. But the thing I was thinking about, have you ever seen Blues Brothers by chance?
뭐 어떤 영화예요? 제가 한글 제목으로만 알 수도 있어요.
I don't think so. I think it's just Blues Brothers.
그래요?
So it's an older movie. It's from the 80s, maybe the 70s, but
모르겠다.
But it's like that's another musical movie that I actually really like. Because the characters in the movie are singers. And so it makes sense. It's like their superpower also in that movie. And they'll start singing at random times, but in the movie it makes sense because I don't know, it just makes sense the way it works because they're all performing the music. It's not just randomly singing. I don't know.
그러면
yeah.
좀 다른 것 같아요. 그 우리가 얘기한 그 음악 영화들이랑 좀 다른 것 같아요.
Right. Yeah, I think so. And you're reminding me though. I actually do like I like movies that are about musicians, like sometimes real, sometimes fake. So there was like the Elton John movie. I can't remember what it was called. That movie I liked, and like the Johnny Cash movie, I liked that movie too. So all those, they have a lot of music in them, but I enjoy them a lot. So it's different from musical style where you're saying, just random normal people in a normal situation start singing to each other. It's confusing. It's weird. Yeah. Yeah.
그렇죠.
Okay. Okay. So normally, a lot of times when we do this podcast, I wear a shirt that matches the podcast. And so you can see I'm wearing this shirt. But I didn't do that on purpose. That was an accident.
그래요?
I totally forgot that there was like a cat, character that looks like this in the movie, right? That was not on purpose. I just thought I'd put that. Yeah.
근데 그 뭐 미국 같은 곳에서 그 캐릭터를 그 캣이라고 부른다고 들었거든요.
Cats?
그
the movie.
있잖아요.
Yeah. The musical movie Cats.
아니요.
No. What are you talking about?
그 K-pop 데모노터스에
Yeah.
그 파란색 그 더피 캐릭터 있잖아요.
Yes, the cat.
더피인지 더피인지 캣이라고 불러요?
No, so Toffee. I didn't know his name was Toffee, but
Toffee.
Toffee is the name of a candy, like caramel kind of candy, like coffee flavored caramel is what Toffee is. Is that what this character is? Sorry, I didn't watch it in English, so I don't know his name in English.
아니 제가 잘못 본 게 아니구나. 아니
okay.
그 파란색 그 캐릭터 있잖아요.
The cat, right?
그게 고양이가 아니에요.
Oh, he's not. Oh, he's a tiger.
네, 호랑이.
Yeah. Okay.
근데 호랑인데 그 외국 관객들이 캣이라고 부른다고 하더라고요.
Oh, they don't realize he's a tiger. They think he's a cat.
네.
Oh, I see.
네, 그리고 근데 그 호랑이 캐릭터가 이름이 더피인가? 더피인지 더피인지 모르겠는데.
Okay.
그 이름이 있더라고요. 근데 제가 보는 동안은 그 영화 안에서 이름이 불린 적은 없어요.
They never say his name in the movie.
네.
Right.
그런 것 같더라고요.
Yeah. Okay.
그래서 원래 그 모티브가 그 호랑이 더피랑 까치가 같이 나오잖아요. 그게 원래 그 한국 옛날 그 조선시대 막 전통 그림에 그 호랑이 위에 까치가 있는 그 그림이 유명한 게 있어요.
Yeah, I've seen it.
봤어요?
Yeah.
네, 그래서 호랑입니다, 호랑이.
Right. Yeah, he's the tiger. Like I'm trying, not stupid, but like very silly tiger. Like kind of like.
그쵸.
I don't know what the word for it is that we would say in English, but like kind of nonsensical tiger, something like that.
아니.
You might know more English than me. Doofus?
비슷한 것 같은데.
Kind of a doofus is maybe what I would say. That it might not be the
네.
word you're looking for, but it works for me.
뭐 그것도 맞아요.
Yeah. And then the gatsi, how do you magpie?
네, 맥파이, 까치.
Yeah, like so in Sangun also there's a gatsi magpie character in Sangun in the story. And so like I've read a lot about like different magpie like stories and stuff like that. And so it was cool seeing him in the movie, and I was like, oh yeah.
그쵸.
So that felt
맞아요.
very relatable to me. So that's
도,
cool.
dorky?
Dorky. Dorky. Sure. You can
그쵸.
say it that way. Yeah, it works.
맞죠.
Yeah, he's kind of a dorky tiger. Yeah.
음,
Doofus and Dorky are similar. They're pretty similar.
그렇구나.
Yeah.
네. 그래서 그런 전통적인 캐릭터가 저는 너무 좋은데 사람들이 그걸 호랑이인 걸 알아야 되는데 아쉽다.
They just think it's a cat.
네, 호랑이인데.
Yeah. Okay, so I have to admit to something
네.
that surprised me about myself.
네.
I'm a little bit addicted to watching interviews with the main singer EJ, who sang for the main character in K-pop Demon Hunters.
네.
I've been watching so many interviews with her on YouTube, both in English and Korean. I don't know why. Whenever an interview like video comes up, it's like 5 minutes long, or if it's 40 minutes long, I just watch the whole thing, and I really enjoy it. Yeah.
팬이 되셨네요.
Maybe so. I've actually I don't know any of the music she's made. I haven't listened to any of the songs she's made. Like I heard one of them was called Psycho, and I looked it up. She wrote a song or produced a song called Psycho for some other K-pop band. I don't know which band. And I have heard that song before, but
네.
but otherwise I don't know her music at all. I think she, how do I say this? She's like so excited and happy about the success of the movie
네.
that I enjoy her excitement just talking about it and working on it and stuff like that. So I'm addicted to watching those interviews. Yeah.
그런 긍정적인 기운이 있나 보네요.
Yeah, I guess so.
그러니까 원래는 그분이 그 노래를 만들고 가이드 녹음만 하려고 했다고 들었어요. 그래서 그렇게 자기가 노래를 다 만들어서 막 어떻게 부르는지 가이드까지 만들고 나면 그냥 그거를 그냥 다른 뭐 아이돌, 다른 가수가 그냥 따로 부르면 끝인 거죠. 그러니까 근데 원래 그런 식으로 이런 뭐 미국도 마찬가지겠지만 이런 막 그 음악 씬에서 노래가 나오는 것들이 그런 식으로 막 뭐 무슨 타이틀 그 가수의 노래라도 그 가수가 다 만든 게 아니라 그 뒷면에 그 막 엄청 많은 작업들을 한 그 더 큰 노력들을 한 사람들이 있잖아요.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean that's how pop music works. There has to be a lot of people doing the support, doing the writing and doing the producing and all those things. Yeah.
그러니까요.
They're not the face of the music, but they are a very important part of it, right?
네.
Yeah.
근데 저는 가끔 그런 생각을 하거든요. 왜 진짜 쓰고 진짜 만든 사람이 얼굴이 못 뜨는 걸까?
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. Like I'm not a music producer, so I don't understand the business completely. But yeah, it's kind of weird.
네.
You know, maybe that's why I like these interviews and this story is that
그러니까요.
somebody who's in the background who's done a lot of the hard work is getting some recognition and maybe becoming famous. I don't know if like she's going to become like, you know, a famous, you know, face of her own music or not, but the possibility is there. It seems kind of cool that like
그쵸.
she could just suddenly become like so famous. So
맞아요.
yeah, it's exciting.
그래서 네, 그분이 그래서 이번에도 그거를 가이드만 하는 거였는데 원래는
Yeah.
그 제작하면서 보니까 이 가이드보다 더 좋은 게 없었다는 거예요.
Yeah.
그래서 가이드가 제일 좋잖아. 그래서
Yeah, totally.
네, 그래서 그 사람 걸로 했다더라고요.
Yeah. I just thought of this. I don't know anything. Like I've listened to a bunch of interviews with EJ, so I know she lived in Korea for like 15 or 20 years. I know that she tried to become a K-pop idol, like living in Korea and and didn't work out. But so I don't know.
네.
Maybe she's not a good dancer. I don't know.
뭐 그럴 수도 있죠.
But maybe
맞아요,
she is.
맞아요.
I honestly don't know. So yeah.
근데 그럴 수도 있어요, 진짜로.
Yeah.
참. 네. 저는 근데 제가 그런 막 코리오그래피 이런 춤의 그 맛을 잘 모르는 사람이라.
Right.
네.
Yeah. And I mean,
좋으면 좋은데 저는.
True. Yeah. And K-pop industry, like there's exceptions, but a lot of the more popular groups are very, very young, and she's not so young anymore, which it's fine. But like, yeah, maybe she just aged out of like having the position of being the face of a group. So I don't know. I'm not sure.
맞아, 그것도 맞는 이유일 수 있어요.
Right.
그러니까 참 그런 비하인드 스토리들이 그런 뒷얘기들이 그 영화의 아까 제가 얘기했던 그 영화의 메인 메시지와
Oh, right, fair. But I mean, it isn't like she wrote the movie, but there is some relation there, yeah. I hadn't thought about it, but yeah, true. Yeah, it's inspiring. I mean, like, so in interviews, people ask her, does she how do you say this? Does she have a connection with the main character in the movie? Does she feel similar? And she's always like, yes. And she kind of talks about that struggle and that sort of thing. So yeah, I think there's that. Oh, she says, she tries to work really, really hard. And Rumi in the movie also works really, really hard. So that's how she feels most related to the character. But yeah. Yeah.
대단하다.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, they did good.
네.
Yeah, it's weird because I don't know. Go ahead. Sorry, if you have something to say, go ahead.
네? 별건 아니고 영화 끝나고 나서 크레딧 조금 올라가면서 그 실제 녹음하는 그 사람들이 그냥 이제 실제 녹음 장면들이 나오잖아요.
Yeah, of course.
근데 저는 그때 사실 좀 놀랐어요.
You were surprised by that? I'm not surprised.
그래요? 저는 사실은 그러니까 적절한 발언인지 모르겠는데 예뻐서 놀랐어요.
Okay. Wow.
근데 노래를 그렇게 예쁘게 잘 부르길래 그 가끔 보면 뭐 성우들이나 좀 그런 사람들이 그 화면 밖에서 목소리만 나오니까 좀 그 얼굴이랑 매칭이 안 될 때가 있잖아요.
Yeah, sure.
근데 아니 그 노래 부르는 녹화하는 장면이 나오는데 사람들도 무슨 연예인 같던데 진짜 그냥.
Sure. That's cool.
그렇더라고요.
Yeah. I actually haven't watched any of those videos. I have no interest in it. So I don't know.
그 엔딩 크레딧 조금만 지나다가 나와요. 갑자기 그게.
Oh, did they? I probably stopped it before they started showing that. Yeah. Oh, you know what? I think so on Netflix. Because the movie was very successful, they started a sing-along version.
Sing-along.
I think it's
네,
yeah.
맞아요.
So that maybe that's what they were showing, like commercials for the sing-along or something. I haven't watched the sing-along. I have no interest.
저도 딱히.
Yeah, so when so I think it got popular in USA first, and then started getting popular in Korea. The movie, but they started showing it in theaters in USA also, because originally it was Netflix, right? But it was so popular they started showing it in theaters and doing sing-alongs in theaters.
Wow.
I don't know if they've done that in Korea also. Like, have they shown it in theaters?
한국도 있을 거예요. 있었던 것 같아요. 제가
So now they did.
같아요.
Okay. All right. Maybe a month ago when I first watched the movie, like they weren't showing it in theaters in Korea yet. So okay. I see.
네. 와, 근데 극장에 가서 싱얼롱 하면 다른 관객들이랑 같이 싱얼롱 하는 거잖아요.
Yeah, fans will love that, and like I'm sure they'll enjoy their time. Like, yeah, it's just not my style, but like I'm sure that like it's the greatest thing for them. So that's cool. Yeah. Oh, you know what?
네.
lot of people are going to be wearing K-pop Demon Hunter costumes for Halloween.
아, 맞네요.
Yeah, I hadn't thought about it, but
오.
for sure.
오, 그러면 저승사자 이런 옷도 입을 수 있겠다.
Yeah. So, yeah, you could be the what do you even call it? The keeper of death or the messenger of death, I would say. 조승사자?
그 메신저가 맞는 것 같네요.
Yeah.
네. 근데 그게 하나의 디테일이 좀 아쉬운 부분이었어요.
Yeah, what's that?
그 사자 보이즈가 그 비주얼은 저승사자 비주얼이잖아요.
Yeah.
근데 걔네가 저승사자는 아니잖아요.
They weren't. True. They were not. Yeah.
그러니까요. 그게 약간 좀 아쉬웠어요.
Okay. I see.
네.
You're right. I did I felt that a little bit. I liked that there was a little bit of Saja with the lion and that was like their image as the boy band. But then secretly, Saja also means Joseung-saja.
네.
But you're right. There was a little bit not quite right because they weren't really Joseung-saja. That's just what they dressed like. So I don't know.
그러니까
I thought it was.
옷만.
Yeah. It's just in the clothes. I thought it was fine, but I see what you mean. It isn't exactly correct. Yeah.
네, 그렇죠.
Yeah.
아, 그게 좀 아쉬웠다.
I see. I still liked it. I thought it was a good detail, and like for so there's. I'm trying to think how to say this. Some people who watch this movie and really love it this might be their first time getting exposed to some Korean culture.
아, 그렇죠.
Like they might not have seen any of this before. It's all new. And so if they're a fan of the movie and they start like, they look up the cat and they say, oh, it's not a cat, it's a tiger. And then they see the old picture and then, the hat on the crow, they're like, oh, okay, it's cat. And like all these, maybe they're saying cat like the hat, not cat. I don't know. cat.
아, 그건 아닐
cat
거예요.
모자? No? Okay.
네, 그건 아닐 거예요.
It's just confused.
같아서.
Okay. So then, so they'll learn about that, and then Saja they'll say, oh, Saja means lion, and then Saja is also Joseung Saja, and then I think it gives them a chance to like start getting introduced to those ideas and those concepts, and like even if they're not exactly right, it's still kind of interesting. So I don't know. That's how I felt about it.
아, 그럼요.
Yeah.
당연하죠. 맞죠.
Yeah.
네. 참 매력적인 것들이 많은데 한국 전통 문화의 전통 이야기 중에 그렇죠.
Yeah. The thing that stood out to me in a good way the most, there's a scene where Rumi and the main Saja boy, sorry, I don't remember his name. What's his name? Jinwoo.
네, 진우.
So Rumi and Jinwoo they're in Seoul. I mean, they're in Seoul the whole time, but like
네.
they're on a hill with the big wall by the hill.
벽 있는 네.
Yeah, and I recognize that place like I've been there before, and I was like, wow, this is exactly correct. Like it looks very, very much like Seoul. Like I thought that was really nice background setting.
네.
I wish that more of the movie felt like it was sort of grounded in those places, because they would go to a concert hall. It's just a concert hall, and
맞아요.
then they'd be in a hotel room, and it's just a hotel room, and then they'd be in an airplane. It's just an airplane. Those aspects didn't really feel that Korean to me, but when they're on that hill in Seoul, I was like, wow, this is very, very Korean. This felt like exactly correct. Yeah. Yeah.
네.
There was only maybe one other scene. Well, there was a few other scenes, but where they were outside in like it was like there was like the stone streets, and it was kind of at the corner of a lot of intersecting streets, like not an alley, but like there was there was some fans came up to them and said, hey, sign my stuff, and like they were in that sort of area, maybe toward the end of the movie, or where they first saw the Saja Boys, that was like in this that big plaza. Yeah.
네.
It was a little bit like, I kind of felt like, oh, this is a little bit like a Korean style, but not so much. I didn't feel like I recognized it, but I don't know. Maybe I've never been to that specific area. It was kind of Hongdae-ish a little bit, but
네.
I don't know. It to me, like, like if you go to Hongdae in that sort of area, there would be like tables of people selling keychains, and there would be like other people busking, and there would be
네.
like people walking every direction, like having hot dogs, like all this other stuff. I felt like that was completely missing. So I don't know.
아,
Yeah.
그럴 수 있겠네요.
Yeah.
골목길, 그냥 골목길, 뭐.
Okay.
근데, 아니, 막, 목욕탕도 나오고,
Oh, right. That's true. They go to the spa at the end.
예, 그리고 막, 한의원도 나오고,
Mm.
그-
Honey one.
네.
What is? Oh, yeah, the doctor, right? Yes. Okay.
네.
I've never been to a honey one, so I don't know if it looks like that or not. Is that what it looks like?
그렇구나. 예, 그래요. 그렇게 생겼어요.
Okay. Oh, okay.
네. 그래서 아니, 진짜 저는 되게 한국적인 게 배경이 많이 나왔다 생각했는데
Mm-hmm.
근데 그럴 수도 있겠네요. 아 그리고 그 처음에 루미가 진우 찾아갈 때 그 좀 한옥 마을 같은 곳에서 만나지 않아요?
Right. True. Yeah, you're right.
밤에 예.
That's true.
그것도-
No, that part fit as well. You're correct. Yeah.
네.
Yeah, it was nice.
네.
What was the other thing though? So one other thing that wasn't recognizable for me. So when the demons, they're like in the underworld or in hell, I don't know where they are.
네.
Is that something that you recognize as Korean culture or not? Like I don't like it's not something that I'm familiar with.
그건 저도 좀 그냥 낯선 거였어요.
Okay. Mhm.
그냥 뭐 지하 세계를 그냥 그렇게 표현한 것 같은데.
Sure, it could look like that, I
그러니까,
guess,
예,
but like I didn't recognize it from like any paintings or anything that I'd seen.
네.
So, yeah, I wasn't
그렇죠.
sure.
그런 건 없을 거예요 아마.
Okay,
네.
I see. What else? I think we've talked about most everything, but there's maybe a few other things I wanted to say. So I kind of liked that the main evil demon. I don't know what his name is. Or,
이병헌이요. 이병헌.
what's his name?
이병헌이요.
Is that a famous Korean thing? Because I hadn't heard of it before.
되게 유명한 한국인 배우 있어요. 이병헌.
Oh, it's oh, you're just okay. You're just saying that's the name of the voice actor, or
네.
oh, okay. So I don't know that actor. What is he famous for?
이병헌 되게 많이 나왔는데 그 오징어 게임.
Oh, okay.
프론트맨,
He's the main character.
프론트맨이요. 프론트맨.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I didn't know that was his
빌런?
name. Yeah.
네, 거기도 나왔고 그리고
Oh, the main villain, like the old guy.
아니요 그 매니저
Oh,
같은
the guy
사람.
with the mask.
네.
Oh, okay. I don't know him,
이병헌.
so that's fine.
그래.
Yeah.
그리고 진짜 옛날에 G.I. 조에도 나왔어요 영화.
I haven't seen that movie, but I know exactly who you're talking about. Yeah. Okay. Wow.
네, G.I. 조 2였나?
Yeah, one or the other. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay.
아무튼 이병헌 마왕인가 아닌데 불길 마귀 있잖아요.
Okay.
지프가 얘기하던 그 캐릭터 말하는 거 아니에요?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
네.
Oh, wow. Okay. I thought he was funny. Like I liked that there was a lot of humor in those scenes too. Like I enjoyed that it wasn't like it was a little, so again, it's for children, right? So it's a little bit scary, but it has like this edge of humor to it where you can sort of accept them as not just purely evil or not just like super scary. They have like just this little bit of humor to them. So I enjoyed that.
어떤 유머가 있어요?
You didn't. So I thought for example, when the Saja boys, they tell them the plan and they say, we're going to go to Earth, we're going to do this. And he's like, okay, try that. And then they get successful and they come back and the main boss demon is like so happy with their success and like just talking about how their plan worked and stuff. I felt like there was a lot of humor in that. So they were like having their own party down in the underworld. I thought it was cute.
맞네요.
So,
맞네,
yeah, there's a little
맞네.
like softness to it. I thought that was nice.
맞네. 그렇게 보니까 그렇네요.
Yeah.
귀여운 부분이네.
Yeah. So that was cool. Yeah, I don't know. I guess the only other thing I was thinking about is, you know, it's so successful. It feels like there's going to be a sequel, probably, most likely, almost
나오지 않을까요?
100%.
네, 나오지 않을까요?
They haven't announced it, but it seems like there will be.
네, 네. 아니 막 그 감독한테 뭐 속편을 만들면 뭐 어떻게 할 거예요? 뭐 이런 얘기도 물어봤는데 감독이 뭐 트로트를 넣으면 어떨까요? 뭐 이런 말도 했다고 하고.
Trot? Like the music style?
네, 네.
You think they'll do like a trot genre? Demon Hunters? Is that what you're saying?
네, 그 트로트 알아요? 한국 트로트?
Yeah, of course I do. Yeah, I mean I know it, but
근데 그 감독이 그 얘기를 했대요. 속편에 트로트를 넣는 것도 괜찮을 것 같은데 이렇게.
So I know that trot is popular in Korea, especially with older people.
네.
I don't think it's popular anywhere else. I don't think that's gonna work. K-pop is popular everywhere.
예. 저도 그건 좀 무리수 같은데.
Oh my god! But you know, if they did that, if they made it a sequel that was all about trot, I would respect that so much. Because that's just crazy. Like I don't think so. I would very much respect that.
근데 제 생각에는 그
Yeah.
시퀄 말고 프리퀄이 나올 수도 있겠다는 생각이 들어요.
What does that mean? Oh, prequel. Oh,
네, prequel.
I see. Because at the
그렇지
very
않아요?
start of the movie, they show the other like K-pop Demon Hunter characters,
네,
and so there could be different eras of like, the
아니,
trot era.
왜냐면은
Yeah.
아니 그 제가 얘기했잖아요. 그 처음에
Okay, go ahead.
그
Sure.
루미 엄마는 왜
Okay.
귀신이랑 그 마귀랑 결혼을 해서 애를 낳고 그게 프리퀄로 나올 수도 있지 않을까 이런 생각을 했어요. 제가 만약에 이야기를 쓴다면. 네.
I see. So they could go back and sort of explore some of the questions that you had, but also like some of the history of those other characters.
그렇죠.
That kind of makes sense. You know, this is me. Like, I'm gonna think like a business person. Like, what is the business we need to have? If you did a prequel, you would have to have a time machine. Rumi would have to go back in time with the other two main characters to that time, and then save her own mother or something. Because you have to have those characters in the movie, otherwise, like,
이야.
and maybe by time machine I don't mean like sci-fi. It could be fantasy, of course, but you know, like they have to use a spell and go back in time.
그러니까 그 막 전통 마법을 막 써가지고 막
Right.
네, 막 나무 밑으로 막 들어가면 막 과거로 가고 그럴 수 있죠.
Right.
Wow.
What usually happens with like Disney movies, like, so for example, Aladdin, you know, a long time ago, Aladdin, the old original, gets very, very famous. And so then they make Aladdin 2 and Aladdin 3. But those movies are like very, very small, like cheap movies, right? Like that they do very quickly. Like I can sort of imagine that situation where, you know, like I thought it was a TV show originally. They could say, oh, K-pop Demon Hunters TV show. They do 20-minute episodes, and each episode is about, you know, more focused on a different character. So they can do one about Jihu, and they can do one about the other girls in the band, and have their very short story, and then just do a little mini series, right? I don't know.
Okay.
That's what I would think, but I don't know.
그렇구나. 그 제가 느끼기에는 그 얘기한 것처럼 그 K-pop 데몬헌터스의 스토리는 막 그렇게 막 짜임새 있거나 막 아주 막 대단한 이야기는 아닌 것 같은데 적어도 한국인들이 그걸 보고 신기해하고 오 재밌네라고 느끼는 부분은요. 그 아까 얘기한 것처럼 그 한국 드라마보다 한국 생활을 더 잘 디테일하게 표현해놨다는 거거든요.
Yeah.
그래서 이거 진짜 신기하다, 진짜 잘 만들었다, 엄청 막 대단한 것 같다라고 느끼게 되는데. 근데 문제는 이번에 그 지금 현대 한국은 K-pop 데몬헌터스로 딱 그 모습을 잘 표현해놨잖아요.
Right.
두 번째 똑같은 걸로 하면은 그 신선함이 좀 덜할 수 있거든요.
Right.
근데 만약에 그 프리퀄로 그 루미 엄마 때 얘기를 한다?
Yeah.
그러면 그 제 엄마 세대 그 한국 생활의 디테일을 볼 수 있는 거죠.
See, yeah, now you're thinking like a businessman. Yeah, like
그렇죠, 그렇죠.
you can attract that other part, the other audience that they haven't reached completely yet by. Yeah. Okay. All right. They could do Trot. I'm with you.
근데 이게
Yeah.
그 응답하라 시리즈라는 드라마가 있어요, 한국에.
Yeah. Yeah, I know
봤어요,
that.
혹시? 네.
I've tried watching it and it's so difficult for me. I would try watching it a few years ago. Maybe I'll try watching it again. But I do know the series. Yeah, I know.
네.
It's very nostalgic, right?
맞아요.
Yeah.
그래서 그게 막 응답하라 뭐 1988 뭐 1993 뭐 이런 식으로
Right.
딱 그 시대를 되게 디테일하게 막 보여주는 드라마인데
Yeah.
그러니까 한국인들이 다 좋아했거든요.
That's a good idea. It's an interesting idea. Uh-huh.
네. 그래서 아마 그럴 수도 있지 않을까.
Okay. All right.
됩니다.
I think it works. What's the other thing I was thinking of? Oh, the only other thing I wanted to say was, I guess, have you seen the Spider-Man animated movies?
봤죠. 당연히 봤죠.
Both of them?
네.
Okay. Yeah, I watched them both. I loved them both. I thought they were both great, especially the second one. I mean, like my opinion, I know you said you don't really like 3D animation, but that second Spider-Man movie, I think, in my opinion, is like visually the best looking 3D animated movie ever made. Like, I think it is so incredible and amazing.
네.
And so it was cool to see that same, like a lot of those same artists go and, make another movie that's something original. It's not Spider-Man, it's something new. Like, it was really cool to see that. And you can see like similarities between the two. But all that said, I do like Spider-Man, the second movie. I liked it more than K-pop Demon Hunters because it's not a musical.
그렇죠.
Yeah.
근데 음악도 K-pop 데모넌터스만큼 좋잖아요.
Yeah.
네, 그 OST 진짜 좋잖아요.
Yeah. Totally. So I don't know. Yeah. Was there anything else you wanted to talk about with this topic?
저도 뭐 많이 얘기한 것 같은데. 네. 근데
Yeah.
K-pop 데모노터스 얘기는 아니고 그 스파이더맨 그거요.
Sure.
근데 저는 나중에 좀 실망했어요.
Why?
제가 그 클리프 행어로 끝나는 줄 모르고 봤어요.
Oh, really?
그러니까 1편은 그 스토리가 다 끝나고
Right.
그리고 2편은 그 스토리가 다 안 끝나고 영화가 끝나잖아요.
Right.
저는 그걸 모르고 봤다가 여기서 끝난다고 이렇게.
Right. Yeah. I mean, it's a franchise. They want to leave a lot of open possibility for making a sequel. I think that they will make a sequel because, like, Spider-Man is really famous, is, very popular. The movies are very popular, and like,
네.
it would seem crazy if they didn't do another sequel. But I see what you mean. That it doesn't stand as a single movie by itself.
저는 그걸 모르고 봤다가 계속 그 영화 시간이 다 끝나가는데 도저히 이 짧은 시간 안에 막 벌어진 일들을 다 못 끝낼 것 같은 거예요.
Right, yeah.
어떻게 되지 하다가 그러다 끝났어요, 진짜로.
Yeah, just suddenly it ends. Yeah.
저 3편으로 이어지는 줄 모르고.
I see. Yeah, I totally agree with you, but I actually am okay with that. I like that. So for me, like, it depends on the movie, but for me in that case, like, it just inspiring is not the word, but it made my imagination very active, like just imagining all the different possibilities. And like, I'm okay with that being the feeling that I have at the end of the movie. So I don't know. Probably depends on the person.
그래서 3편이 빨리 나오면 좋겠습니다.
Yeah. I hope they make a third one soon. That'd be cool.
네.
What else? Yeah, I think that's it.
뭐 K-팝 데모노토스. 뭐 그래서 팟캐스트 준비하느라 덕분에 뭐 재밌게 봤습니다. 저는.
Cool. That's good.
네, 네.
All right. Cool. Okay.
네, 저도 얘기 다 한 것 같네요.
Mm.
네, 그러면은 진짜 프리퀄 나오면 대박일 것 같아요.
Prequel. Yeah. I think it does make sense. Maybe we should make a bet. My bet is it will not be a prequel. That they'll use the same three girls as the main characters, but I think they'll shift the focus where the other two side characters are the main characters and Rumi is a side character. I think that's what will happen. That's my best guess as to what they'll do.
그게 제일 완성도가 있는 스토리 같아요.
Right. Yeah.
그 1편에서 놓친 것들을
Right.
1편에서 미처 다 못한 것들을 2편에서 딱 완성하는 느낌으로.
Right. Yeah. But I do like the idea of a prequel. I think it's interesting.
뭐 그것도 좋을 것 같아요. 그 뭐 외전으로 안 나올 수도 있고 좋을 것 같습니다. 그러면.
Oh, you know what?
네.
Here's why they would do a prequel. I have one more
네,
one more reason why they would.
네.
If they do a prequel that's not too far back, but just a little back, they could have the Huntrix, like those characters,
네.
when they debut, but even before that, they could be younger. They could be like 7 years old, 8 years old, like and like really, really appeal to a children's audience.
그러니까요. 진짜 그렇네.
Yeah.
그거는 영화 말고 시리즈로 해도 되겠다.
Exactly. Yeah.
그럼 꼬맹이들 맨날 보겠다 그거.
Yeah. Totally.
와.
Anyway, okay. Sorry, we can wrap it up now. I just wanted to say that.
근데 좋은 언급이었어요.
All right.
얘기 잘한 것 같아요.
Okay, cool.
좋습니다. 그러면은 이번 시간 K-팝 데모노터스에서 저희가 뭐 K-팝 잘 모르지만
Yeah, we don't know anything.
네. 그래도 재미있게 얘기를 나눠봤고요. 여러분도 보고 느낀 점이 있다면 댓글로 얼마든지 남겨주시면 감사드리겠습니다.
Yeah, please let us know what you thought of the movie, because I'm sure other people are bigger fans than us, and I'm curious what you think. So yeah.
네, 맞아요. 네. 또 저희가 우리가 K-팝 문화를 잘 몰라서 못한 얘기들이 더 많아요, 사실.
Yeah. I think of all the episodes we've done, this is maybe the topic we know the least about between us. So
그럴 수도 있어요. 네.
Yeah.
네, 그러니까 좀 많이 알려주시면 감사드리겠습니다. 네, 그러면 저희는 다음 주에 또 돌아오겠고요. 저는 하프앤하프의 정태웅이었습니다. 감사합니다.
And I'm Jeep. Thanks for listening. This has been Half and Half. We'll see you next time. Bye bye.